Okay. Welcome everybody to Sexnerd.furries podcast episode 3. And we would like to thank the awesome person who created our new intro, whose name is Andros Guitar. Thank you so much
Technical
for
difficulties are never good to start.
Yeah, that's not a good start. Already we're having technical difficulties, but that's fine. But we have a new intro, and we're hoping you all enjoy it. I love it so much. Like, I don't think I could have made a better one if I did it myself. Like,
And also, people, I am still sick.
you're in the last legs.
Yes, I am. I am dying.
Yes,
But
you're dying.
I am getting better.
You will be better.
I
We
will
pray.
be better.
Yes. You probably got
I
another, like,
can be
2
better.
days.
I should be better.
Yeah. You just have dry cough, right?
Well, it's kind of a mix of things, but pretty much.
So it's dry, but not dry.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what she said. I heard that.
Oh, what did he say?
He said that's what she said. It was like, put it out there and just has to be said. Okay. So
Welcome to the podcast, people.
yeah, welcome. This is how we start things, and that's fine. So today we are going to be talking about something that we came across on accident, but we all knew about in some capacity.
We're all aware of this.
Yes.
Technically, I am part of it.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about what they like to call non-biological OCs or furries or fursonas. It's got lots of dashes.
I don't know if they could be considered furries because they don't have fur.
We've been over this.
Yeah, it's like if lizards are furries and birds are furries, then
But sometimes we call them scalies and
Yeah.
avian.
yes, that's what I consider them. I don't consider them actual furries.
They're well, I guess it depends on what they're made of. We're gonna say they're metalies, but
What if they're actually a plane or something made of fur?
a plane with
That-
fur.
I would have to ride on.
I would love to
Yeah.
take some acid and just start pawing at it or something.
Screw your gold plane. I got a furry plane.
Exactly. You're making me search for
Don't use
furry
it. It's-
plane. Thanks.
There's
There's a fursuit. There's a fursuit.
of a plane.
Guys, there's a fursuit of a plane. I'm gonna send it to you now.
Oh,
But while I
do
do
see
this-
a.
But while I do this, let's discuss. Basically, we're going to be talking about non-biological OCs. Isn't it adorable?
It is adorable, but I also found this.
Oh my god, Kaleb. I prefer the one I found. Okay, so
That looks like the one you linked, Kira. That one looks like Lugia almost.
yeah, it does. It looks a lot
Yeah.
like Lugia.
That's what Lugia is.
Yes. It's a plane. Well, technically, Latios and Latias are kind of planes. They're jets.
That's what I was thinking of. Latios and Latius, not Lugia. Oh, well, it looks like Lugia because of the colors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just waiting for the
Hello,
truck.
Helicopter.
Just
I mean,
waiting.
not helicopter.
Okay, so basically,
You realize that
we're
you realize you're gonna like put these in the video with the picture so they know what we're looking at.
Well, I'm recording the screen, so I might like just cut it a little bit and stuff. But we'll see. Anyway, um,
Helicopter X
helicopter.
dinosaur port.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, non-biologicals, OCs, the ones that most people probably have seen are the airplanes with big boobs.
Yes.
God.
They have a lot of names. I have found so many names for these. Like we have living airplanes, living machines,
Aeromorph.
aeromorph.
Why not just Transformers?
I know, right? But it's the thing is that they're not really
They're not
robots.
actually Transformers.
Yeah, they're
It's
not.
like they're a being that looks like a plane.
Yeah, they're
Transformers.
like they're like
And we're not talking about like they look
a
like they're like
fle-
anthropomorphic
yeah, they're
planes.
anthropomorphic planes that
They're
have
humanoid planes.
that have like body fluids.
That's just.
I
It's like.
like how that's where you went.
Well, they do. I mean, some of them spit. There are ones that pee.
I mean, I was going for like they have arms and legs and all, just like a human that just made out of planes. But no, you
They're
went
like
straight
fleshy.
for.
They're fleshy. Like in some of the art, they're even like soft, kind of.
That's how some people do the Five Nights at Freddy's robots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's terrifying.
That should be something we're gonna talk about in this
We
episode.
probably will. I don't think this episode because technically they're what we're talking about right now aren't robots. I mean,
We should have a episode that's about trends in the fandom because
Yeah.
like Five Nights at Freddy's was a huge freaking trend.
I'm gonna
in the
write
fandom.
that down on a piece of paper. Trend.
Ironically, I'm actually a security guard.
Yeah.
I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's because I don't.
Play it at work to see what happens.
Please tell me you've like seen it though.
Yeah, I've watched gameplay of it.
Me too.
It seemed okay, but I don't do well with scary.
Yeah, me neither.
Just like playing like Outlast and stuff like that.
Like I
You
myself, I
could-
cannot play any horror games, but I can watch people play horror
them.
games.
Yeah, watching it's fine. Like I've watched a couple of people play through like all of the Five Nights at Freddy games. I personally wouldn't play it because for one, I'm a security guard, so I'd be like, I'd be like,
It would paranoid you.
I mean, I've already had like weird discussions at work about like the paranormal, which
Oh,
freaked
yeah,
me
yeah.
out. when I
Yeah,
was
that's,
actually
like- Always a
Hey.
thing.
Ankaru, you know what you need to do? You need to go on YouTube and you need to look up Jump Love animations. That will give you a whole new appreciation.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back.
Everybody, listen to this. Look up Jump Love animations, and you're either gonna enjoy it or you're gonna hate it.
Sounds sexual.
Yeah, it does.
It's on YouTube, man. It is.
That doesn't mean anything. Stuff there.
It's kind of meant to be lewd, pretty much.
Lewd. That's lewd.
Like, have you seen? This is off topic of the non-biological OCs thing, but have you seen the? What was it called? Beep Beep I'm a Sheep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely lewd. I would not show it to kids.
Yes, it was a lewd.
Anyways, back on topic.
Yes, back
yeah,
on topic.
So planes being drawn as
Uh-huh.
sexy anthropomorphic planes just seems odd to me.
Yes, but it's not just planes. There are trucks, helicopters. I've seen like buses. But like planes seem to be the most popular. Maybe they're the easiest ones to make look human, perhaps.
I think what it mostly is when I mean when you look at it, which I'm wrong, there's a lot of it.
There's a
But when you
lot.
look at the like really high quality ones, they're kind of all by the same artist or artist. So a lot of it is kind of like it's just become a trend because of those particular artists and they have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm trying to find the artist. I think I found them. Uh, Rent the Dragon seems to be the one that most people are getting.
Rent the Dragon,
Rent the Dragon.
like
Like
Rent.
Rent. Rent.
Man, he's hoeing out a dragon.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
A lot of people
I mean,
do.
hey, the dragon has to make it to Collar somehow.
Yeah.
Now, interestingly enough, this guy seems to be of the military, which seems to be a trend when it comes to people who have at least explicit art of non-biological OCs.
Sexy, sexy plane.
Sexy planes.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I mean, they look really good. A lot of them look
Also,
really good.
can I just say again that we are still not on our episode for the consenting to pain and hurting people, yet there's an ambulance in the background.
Yeah, I know. That's what I get for living next to a major road. But planes, though. Ooh, this one's really nice. I'm on FA and just looking at all of these. Yep, the same artist.
I'm gonna look at Kira's F8 later. I'm gonna find it's gonna be like 2 or 3 new favorites, and they're all gonna be planes.
They're gonna be planes.
End up making a new OC.
There are Second Life avatars. So this is like, it's not just a small thing. This is a thing. Oh my gosh, there's a oh, it's a
And by the
plane.
way, we want to point out, we may be laughing and all that, but nothing to do with this podcast in any way is to make fun of anybody.
Yeah, I mean, we might not understand it, but we do love it.
And sometimes we understand it, but we're gonna laugh about it.
Of course, that's the best way. This plane is so cute though. But yeah, I mean, these, like, it seems to be a small community, but they be passionate.
Yes, they be very passionate. They have a passion that burns in their engine.
Yes, and there seems to be like, it's there. I've seen about 3 different types of like body shapes that these planes can have.
Mm,
And there's like this one that has like a snake type face, one that's almost a dragon, and then
mm.
there's like this crocodile type of plane that seems to come up a lot, like a stylistic choice.
Yeah.
Like, these are the
I
3
wonder if
different
there's 6
choices.
versions of Thomas the Engine.
Or like a shark. I've seen
Oh
some
yeah,
that,
the shark.
to me, it kind of reminded me of like how the one of the most popular styles for drawing sharks, like the shark girls and whatnot.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I don't want to see the Thomas the Tank Engine things. Thank you very much.
I don't either.
I don't wanna.
Sure.
I don't wanna. But like, these planes are just, there's so much. Okay, so let's jump back a little bit and see if we can more or less describe. Now, I found a Reddit for them, and they seem to have a decent sized um community on
Community?
DeviantArt. So I'm trying to find
How
a
how recent are the posts though?
definition. The group called Living Machine Addicts on DeviantArt is 8 years old. The last journal post from the actual group was back in 2015. There are uh, there are what's the word? There are posts on them early as early as not as recent as today is the 26th 7th,
27th.
so as early as 2 weeks ago. So two
So
weeks
it's
ago,
still
it's
relatively active.
still relatively active, and it seems like they've picked up like cars from the cars seem to also go
Like the
into this category.
See,
Yeah,
now that it's starting to turn into My Little Pony, you have the Earth ponies, the Pegasus.
yeah,
Uh,
but ponies are cute though.
that's true. We have cars, we have planes, we have ponies that look like planes. Yes.
Yes.
There's
we
That's
had to
boats.
jinx it.
There's boats. Let's see, when was this uploaded? Uh 2015. Like they don't seem to be uploading as much art, at least on this group. And yeah, also connected to the military. Like everywhere I go, there is at least one connection to the military when it comes to living machines.
I
It's a
will say,
conspiracy.
I
I don't think you know what conspiracy mean.
Shh.
mean, it's not exactly hidden, Kira. uh, I will say that a big part of this, at least because like the military connection, is like when you have people in the Air Force, they do get really attached to their aircraft, whether it be jets or helicopters and whatnot. Um, so I can totally see how if you meet a pilot like a jet pilot and you ask them uh what made them want to come to the Air Force, they're very passionate about it. Like they're very passionate about flying and whatnot.
Yeah, and about the
So
planes and about how they work and about like
yeah,
all of the
so I could see them building like some type of emotional connection or like some kind of like a bond with their plane, with like what it represents to them. So I can see that being one reason at least why there's like such a big thing and why there's such a big frequency of a military connection.
yeah. But I find it interesting that um like when it comes to things like anthro cars and anthroplanes, like the biggest difference is that like even though people have this passion for their aircraft and they create a character that fits their probably desires
And just
and exactly how passionate they are about it, but it's not the same with people who are just as passionate about cars because you don't see as many car OCs as you do, at least with the same level of passion or what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know. I like that.
With the same level of like wanting the car to be like alive.
hmm
Do, 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 do.
The desire
Yeah, because
or the fantasy.
yeah, like car jockeys. Is
Uh,
that what they're called?
I don't know.
A lot of people love their car.
Yeah, the people who are like obsessed with their cars, like they will draw a
Oh,
lot of cars, but they will draw their persona with a car. and their character is not the car.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they have a name I just haven't found yet, which is a possibility. But the majority of living machines are planes.
Yes.
Because you type in living machines on FA, and it's like planes, 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 one car, planes, planes, boat, plane, 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 a truck. You know, it's like, and one train. Oh, two trains. That's a train. I didn't notice that was a train.
The train made it in the episode.
Yes! Trains. Hold on. Okay.
While we wait
Anywho,
for
yeah,
okay.
no, he had to pick up the phone because the phone in the bedroom was dead apparently. But yes. Oh my god.
I mean, like the I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. But we were talking about trains.
Yes. So the whole vehicles being living things is a interesting subject.
Yeah.
I still prefer having some sort of connection to, being actually alive. Hence why my OC is a cyborg.
Yeah. And I think there's a really big difference between like a robot OC or a cyborg OC versus something that's 100% not biological, which I guess planes are, even though they kind of aren't.
I guess I just prefer more realism in
Yeah.
my non-realistic OC.
Yeah, like cyborg is kind of possible, maybe in a couple of years,
Mm,
a couple decades probably. I mean, they have some really good prostheses, but I don't think we're yet at the level of anybody can have a robotic limb.
I can guarantee you, if it actually becomes a real thing, I'm getting my arm chopped off.
Oh my gosh, I lost it in an accident.
I know.
I'm
Not trying to
doing
get into the real conspiracy theories. It would not surprise me if, like, our different militaries or science labs or whatnot already have stuff like that.
nothing
Yeah,
I've
I
seen.
wouldn't doubt it.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have people being discharged because they lost their leg.
Like, I know that the military personnel are usually the ones that get the most advanced prosthetics first.
Mhm.
So, I mean, there are like those like pants that help people who can't use their legs walk.
Mhm.
That's
Like,
cool.
yeah, those are so cool. But like the military was the first ones to start using those to see if they could get their soldiers to be able to walk again. And I don't remember how the research went with that because I didn't follow it.
Well, I mean, the most common thing you see is just normal leg prosthesis.
Yeah,
Pros, pro, pros,
prosthetic,
such a hard word to say.
Prosthetic.
prosthetic.
Yeah.
We know English.
What is English?
English. Okay, so
I speak English.
English. So going through FA and seeing things, and I remember something. I remembered something from a very long time ago that airplanes are not the first non-biological OCs that have existed. I remember that the very first one, and I got his FA page up just so that I can send it to you guys and show you. No, don't fall over, pen. That the first person to have at least a public non-biological character was this guy Sasurai. Weird name. But his persona, and it's actually classified as a persona and accepted as a persona, is an egg chair.
A what?
An egg
What?
chair.
An egg chair.
Yeah. A chair that's shaped like an egg.
Crickets.
Oh.
It like has little ears and it's got a tail.
Well, that is some persona.
Yep.
Cute. It is cute, but
Yeah.
that's just
So, what does it mean when you like sit inside it? Is that like
It's
voa?
four, yeah.
I mean, the person only has 2 arts on there, so like doesn't seem to be entirely too active.
Yeah, it hasn't been active for a while, but you know, he was in a gray muzzle in the fandom when I first heard about him, so he's probably doing adult stuff.
Okay then, that's
Oh, hey, Jim Raynor is here. So, StarCraft. If anybody gets that reference.
yeah.
I'm looking in the shouts, by the way, if anyone's wondering, there's a guy named Jim Raynor.
Yay. Anyway, so like non-biological or technically non-living in quotation marks, OCs are like not foreign to the fandom, but these planes are just like
These planes are hot.
yes, they just got really popular like really randomly, and now they're just not going away.
They're a hot topic.
Yes. Well, what I find interesting is like looking through all these images. Like there are some that have like a humanoid body, and there's a lot that are just regular planes that have a face.
None of them have faces. I've seen some that like the machine is just alive.
Yeah, that's just alive, like
Like putt putt.
putt putt, but without a face.
Yeah, it's just alive. It turns into a tentacle hentai, basically.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Why do they have tentacles?
It's like the fuel tubes
They're fuel
and electrical
hoses.
wires.
I didn't know they had so many hoses.
If I'd be terrified. On that, was it like an alien that took? Yeah, that was it.
Yes, it's an alien. Like a lot of people seem to be connecting them to dragons, I've noticed.
To me, I would connect. Well, with the wings, I can see the dragon part,
Yeah.
but to me, they kind of remind me of sharks.
Yeah, they have like a sharkish face, but you know that's just the way a plane is shaped.
Yeah.
That's why they draw sharks.
So are sharks planes?
I don't think Ankaru has seen like the shark girls that we've seen.
Oh, I've seen a lot of them.
Okay.
Anywho,
I've done fair share.
where are my notes? What's the other thing I wanted to show you guys? Oh no, I closed the tab I didn't want to close.
Don't be closing tabs.
I know. But apparently there's a page or a website that's 100% dedicated to just airplanes. Like living airplanes.
Oh my god, it's even called Aero Bureau.
Yep. Aeroburo. Buru. How do you pronounce
I
that?
can't be
Buru?
surprised.
So how many pages are there here? So 101 pages of images.
Yep, 101. And thousands of tags.
I'm just curious. So, because this reminds me a lot of the actual Wolf 34 image bureau. I'm just curious. How many pages does Wolf 34 have?
That's a good question. Probably a lot more since it's a general internet thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to find the actual site. Doesn't want to put. There we go. So, come on, load.
I wonder who is like the cover character for Aeromorphs.
Like the poster child?
Yeah.
I swear if it's Putt Putt, I'm going.
I doubt it. It has to be a
It's
female.
Transformers.
You think it would have to be a female?
Yeah, I'm trying to see which plane I'm seeing the most of. But like I'm looking at the tags and I can't quite. There are some that are actually named, like, but they don't have a lot of art. So I'm trying. Like, there was
Okay,
one called
so-
Juliet.
There are 28,442 pages
Oh my gosh.
on Wolf 34, and there are, according to this, it's 1,990,929 posts at this very moment.
Jesus.
Damn.
So almost 2 million posts. And, just for fun, the very, very first post, at least from what I can tell, is... Who is that? Oh my god, I don't remember her. She's a character from a cartoon called 16.
16.
That's... I don't really know how to describe it. It was kind of like meant to be a show that captured teenage life, I guess.
16. It rings a really distant bell. Link it.
The character?
Link the image. So that we can both be like, oh, at the same time, because that's
I mean,
what's
she's
gonna
shirtless. I don't know if you recognize it.
I-
Really, the big thing I recognize it because it actually says it in the tags. I thought I recognized it from the thumbnail.
Doesn't
Come
look
on.
familiar to me.
There's also on the very, very first page post, a Mountain Dew can and a ham sandwich,
Of course.
a syrup bottle, and a waffle. I'm not even sure what that is, but it's also food.
Food.
And is that Beetlejuice?
Very
It's
likely.
Beetlejuice.
Okay, so the question
And
here.
also,
What?
the Beast and what's his name? Oh, what's his name? Shut up, dogs. What? Gusteau. The Beast and
Gaston?
Gusteau.
Oh. Well, okay.
Anyway, back on topic.
Yeah, back to the living machines. Now the question is, are these as a result of Rule 34, or
I feel like some of it maybe, because I mean there are artists who are they're Rule 34 artists, and they'll draw anything in any manner like that. But I think for the most part, this is kind of like its own thing.
yeah? And it's hard to tell if it started as a Rule 34 thing, or because you can kind of tell when something is being Rule 34 and when something's being like this is
Like
a
a Mountain
character.
Dew can and a sandwich.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Because most of these planes, they have they have obvious personalities, and they have faces, and
Excuse my dogs.
that's okay. We love doggos.
Woof 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 woof.
Don't antagonize them.
But yeah, the
Trust me, their bark is worse than their bite.
But yeah, it seems to be like 70% planes. Why would a plane have a helicopter propeller?
Why would a plane have a helicopter
Yeah.
helmet?
No, a propeller.
Oh, are you sure it's a plane?
It's a plane.
Are you sure?
Well, it
Because
looks
a
like a
helicopter
dragon.
can have wings.
It looks like a dragon. I'm gonna. You tell me if it's a helicopter or a plane.
That's a Well, yeah, that's a helicopter.
It's a dragon with helicopter propeller and wing.
I mean, I think what's throwing you off is the tail. Is it
Yeah.
the tail?
The tail.
Well, helicopters also have tails just like that, with the
But it would
extra
have to
side
have
wings or
propeller
whatever,
on the back. On
and the
the
fin, like kind of like shark fin or whatever.
But helicopters have a propeller on the back.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they forgot to include it.
Or maybe it didn't work with the drawing, perhaps.
Yeah.
The amount of detail in that drawing, I doubt they forgot it.
It was neglected on purpose.
I can see. I mean, I'll be honest. If it was me, I probably wouldn't want the propeller on the back of the fin. I could see, as far as like character design or just realism. Talking about realism here, I can see what that would be like a disadvantage, or just kind of a I don't know. It wouldn't be nice having it. Might get in the way of things.
This is adorable. But I mean, this is like stretching into other places. Like wherever there seems to be military people, there are planes that are alive.
Oh.
That is adorable.
Isn't it adorable? It's little ponies. It's a plane, apparently.
I
You
think I've
could-
seen that OC, and it's quite adorable. Yes.
Yeah, but like bronies are known to have a very large military, like, I want to say
Background.
no, a military like group on the inside of the brony
Population.
community. Population, that's the word I was looking for. Like
I am
the
one
Well,
of
furries do too.
yeah, furries do too. So it's like does the military just really like living like anthropomorphic things? Is this a thing?
Kinda.
Do you have potential to rise a furry brony military?
These
Could that
these
be-
are the real questions.
Could we make the ultimate army?
Yes.
Mark says patches, because I would totally do that.
we combine forces with the furries and bronies and put our minds together to become our characters and become unstoppable.
Well,
Yes.
I don't know about that because you would have some overpowered pieces of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like the dragons and the lions and
And
Be like the Sonic Phantom where they can just say anything about the OC and make them super powerful.
I ran out of living machines. I'm going through the FA living machine tab and
Mhm.
they're gone now.
I
Like
mean, I will say this.
I'm on page I'm
The thing that I don't like about For Affinity is they don't have a very good tagging system.
yeah.
That's why I like E621.
Yes, they have a lot. And you can add tags, I think, right?
Yes, yes.
I think
My
that's
only beef,
yeah.
my only beef with E621 is how not every picture or every image gets the same amount of attention.
Mhm.
And I see tons of images that are missing tags that are like, we're talking about big tags that's like very well known, like some of the top search tags, and they're not even on the picture when it's obvious.
Yeah, like color tags and species tags and things like that.
Yeah, stuff like that and more. It's like, come on, people. I mean, it's like, it's right there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's one thing if it was like just posted. It's nothing when it was posted like a month ago.
Yeah. That's just how you know how popular art is. The popularity of
and
art
that's
is what
my
causes stuff.
and that's my only beef with her affinity is vice versa. Is they just don't really have a good tagging system.
Yeah. Like the only people who are able to tag their art well are the ones that get attention and it's like,
Uh,
well, I'm just not good at tagging. I'm not good at that. Someone else write the tags for me. Okay, so living machines. This looks like a ferret.
Send it.
That's how distracting these are. You're like trying to be
Send it.
serious and
Send the
suddenly
ferrets. I
ferret.
love ferrets. Not that way, but I love it. Oh yeah, you've actually sewn that one.
it looks like a balloon.
Yeah, it's all shiny.
Okay, now the latex ferret is for another episode.
Yes. But
That's adorable.
like planes though.
I don't know if Kira knows this. I don't know if I told her this or not. But I used to have ferrets.
You did? I like ferrets. I don't like them as pets, but I like them. I think they're cute. Yay, more lagging.
Yay!
I have to edit that out, I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. Like, my only wonder, looking at all of these different living planes, like, do they have, like, organs?
They do. They have fuel, which is blood. They have engine parts, uh, cables, uh, not even going to the genitalia.
I mean,
Oh, God.
obviously.
That reminds me of a picture I saw of a dragon with a car.
Yeah. I've seen
Oh my
that.
gosh, that actually reminds me. There's another thing that we we'll probably talk about when we get to the episode that's for it. A lot of the macro characters. You guys
Mac?
know what I'm talking about? The ones that are like really big,
Yeah.
huge, like Attack of the 50-Foot Women and all that. uh,
What's the movie?
a lot of them have pictures where they're like messing around with vehicles like buses and the cars and all that.
Well, you know, you gotta get what works for your size.
Now, if we can just combine
Yes.
the living machines and the macro people, I think they'll be best friends.
Yes.
Brings to mind terrible, terrible things.
You know, I'm trying to look up aeromorph anatomy, and I'm not getting anything.
Maybe you should ask the motorcycle that just went by.
Yeah, yeah. I hate those motorcycles. I really do. But these are so cool, and it's like they're so interesting to look at, but I don't understand it.
Some of them are really cool, really interesting, and really good looking, and some of them are a bit cringy.
Yeah, but you know that's the same with all art.
Yes.
But I'm wondering, like, what's the origin? What makes one be like, yeah, a plane?
You know what it was?
What?
It was Transformers Rule 34. That's what it was. Hasbro did it all.
Yes, they did it.
Conspiracy.
But I guess it also didn't help that when the Cars movies came out, and then the Planes movies, and then
Uh,
that one TV show that's about planes that I don't remember what it's called.
um,
It's on PBS.
It's called
I think.
Plane?
I don't think it's called Planes. I don't remember what it's called. But it's about like a little propeller plane that's like that has to
oh,
get
I
stuff
think I
done.
know what
It's
you're
on
talking
PBS.
about, but I can't remember it.
Yeah. What are you afraid of, dog? Yes, you're afraid of the planes? Are you afraid of the planes? Oh, my poor baby's afraid of the planes.
He only needs to be afraid of the hentai technical jet planes and
Yes.
the vor planes.
Yes, the four planes. Those are the scary ones. I mean, these planes, they go into so many other fetishes that it's basically like they're
It's
not
like
really a fetish on their
really is
own.
like
They're just characters.
yeah, it's really is like it's just the OC thing.
Yeah. And then whatever else they're doing is just whatever else they're doing. They're just characters. And that's what I find so fascinating. It's like there's they're people too. They're
Why did you
people
do the
too.
swag?
That's the last thing I said. I said they're people too.
I mean, if you think about it, if all vehicles were like alive, then does that mean that we're always doing vor,
Probably.
even if they're not alive?
And then there's the people that do naughty things in their cars.
Hey. Are cars traumatized by that?
I mean, some of them may be traumatized, some of them might like it.
Yes, very true. Well, anyway, when it comes to these planes, oh, I found another person. See what happens? This is what happens. They're so interesting that you think you've seen everything, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, look, that's so cute.
Uh-huh.
That's my gas gauge.
If y'all can hear that, Ankaru is playing putt putt again.
Put,
Dang
He
it.
did with his childhood.
Okay, I'm just gonna shut it off because I don't know how to turn off the sound.
It's no, it's related.
It is related.
But the funny part is, like I'm wearing headphones, so I don't know how you guys are hearing anything.
Well, if you're If your mic is on your headphones, that's probably why.
Ah, I see. Figure out how to turn down the sound, so I just won't play it.
Yeah, mics are weird that way. Oh my gosh, I found a submarine. It looks so cool.
It's the shark.
It looks like a dragon.
A submarine dragon.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it to you guys.
Is that kind of like the Oh, I see. Is that kind of like the Bruno Mars song that goes like I'm breathing fire but I'm underwater or something like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
But,
It doesn't have to make sense, it's music.
okay, sure.
But I have
See,
so
this is
many
what we
questions.
have protecting our nukes.
Yes.
Hold on a sec.
So we lost Kaleb for a while. So Ankaru,
Yeah.
what is your take on these living machines?
I mean, I suppose it's it's pretty cool. Some of them can be cute, some of them not so cute. I mean, my OC is a half machine, so I suppose I have some kinship towards it, but at the same time, it's like I prefer the semi-realism
Yeah,
aspect, you know?
yeah.
Okay, I totally missed everything, but I think we're fine.
Yeah. I found a motorcycle one. Like, if I look long enough, I'm gonna find so many different types. Like, I'm so surprised to randomly like be like, oh my gosh, look, it's a submarine. That's an ugly motorcycle.
To stare into the abyss, you cannot look away.
Exactly. It's well drawn, but ugh.
It's high quality, but it's messed up.
Yeah, exactly. What does doggy want? What do you
It's like
want?
looking at GUI art. It's high quality, a lot of work went into it, but man, is that messed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
some people find that arousing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, some of it's arousing, but I was talking about like not necessarily like gore fetish art, but like just
Just straight up
gory
gore.
art. Yeah.
But I think we can all conclude that living machines are very interesting.
They're very interesting, can sometimes be cute and sexy.
Yes, and can sometimes be very strange and like it depends,
Ugly.
I guess, on how realistic they're trying to be. Like the stylized ones look a lot better than the ones that are trying to look more like machines that are alive. It gets too much into the uncanny valley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the ones that are like more like cartoony.
Yeah. Like this here boat, and it's a boat and a submarine, maybe? Like, I like that kind of
Yeah,
like
that looks kind of
style
cool.
where they look like they could be just animals that happen to have that
They're
have
augmented.
adapted to look like ships and
It's terrifying.
stuff. It's like that would be not be something you would want to come across in the ocean.
They're augmented animals.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to just putting lasers on sharks? That's all you do.
Yeah. Sharks with lasers on their heads. What do you want, doggy? What are you afraid of? Oh, I know what you're afraid of now.
I
I
wonder
can't
how
do
many
anything
people are
about
gonna get that reference.
it.
$1 billion.
Shut up, Scotty. Scotty, shut up.
It's very groovy, baby. It's very groovy.
My goodness. I think maybe it also might spark from like this 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 it's gonna take a while to send. But you
It's
know
so high
how
definition.
with some,
It's so groovy.
yeah. But you know how with some jets they like paint a face on it? I think that's probably what
Uh,
might have started
yeah,
people
that was
being.
that was that's something I was gonna bring up about like, some how they get connected to the ships, well, the
Yeah.
aircraft, and how they. I didn't say also how they paint and stuff because that's not necessarily why they do it. But yeah.
They paint it so that it looks scary.
Arr.
It's just so interesting and I don't understand it. Like I myself probably would not make ow. I probably wouldn't make a non-biological OC because I don't have an obsession for any type of vehicle.
Quick, somebody commission her.
On that. With my OC. Of course, mine is ambulatory versus the wheeled or winged variants.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not a car.
Yes, you're not a car.
I did actually once imagine my OC with tank treads on it.
But
You can roll out.
Yeah, so I was like, well, what if I take off the arms and legs and then put tank treads on it?
That would look kind of funny.
yeah,
At least the way I'm picturing it. The way I'm picturing it. Oh, I need to find it.
like it's an interesting idea, but it seems like impractical in the long run. Like you can't really get very many dynamic poses with the character, or it's like just kind of be sitting there.
Yeah, I found a picture that's sort of what. I believe it's from Metal Gear Solid.
I am receiving a video call. Give me a minute.
Okay, so I found similar to what I was thinking. There we go.
It has returned. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's what popped in my head.
But the other ones I posted were good too.
What have I returned to? Okay, so let's do our closing statements about living machines.
Yes, because I have to get going.
Yes, let's start with Kaleb. What is your takeaway from living machines?
It's interesting. It's not my thing necessarily, at least when it comes to like the sexual aspect of it, which is kind of mostly a big part of what we were talking about to do with it. But it is pretty cool. It's a cool concept, in all honesty. I can see what people would look at it and think it's stupid or cringe or whatever, but honestly, it is a cool concept.
Jesus,
it's a lot
phone.
like Transformers.
Agreed. It is a lot like Transformers. And Ankaru, what's your takeaway from it?
I mean, it's not something that I'm entirely interested in, but certain aspects, I suppose, are cool. Definitely not something I'd be interested in sexually. But some of the drawings are really nice. It's a cool idea, and I can understand the the reasonings behind it. Not exactly my thing, but hey, I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Yeah, I also think that it's a very interesting idea. It's a very creative idea, and I really like a lot of aspects of it. It's not something that I myself am interested in pursuing, but if it's something that someone else really likes, then that's fine. And you can have that and you can enjoy that, but I'm
Those
not
little
gonna enjoy
catchphrase
it.
people. That's fine.
That's
I'll post
fine.
this before I log off.
What have you done, my eyes?
I think I can ship. I think I can ship. I think I can ship.
Oh my gosh, that is so gonna be on the thumbnail. That's gonna be on the thumbnail.
That is from Witty and Tank Engine from YouTube.
My goodness. Well, anyway, living machines. You can like them. You can really like them, and we don't really mind. Just keep making really good art because it's very interesting. It's captivating. All the details. We'll see if we can revisit this topic, maybe with someone who actually is interested in it.
Maybe we'll
Yes.
see.
I'm going to try to get more people who actually trying to get guests speakers who actually know about what we're talking about, because we can just
An
kind of
inside
skim this.
look.
Yes, because all we can do is skim the surface and make assumptions because we have no idea.
We thought about having a Mustsuiter on for a Mustsuit episode, but it was kind of too much trouble.
Yeah, and also because they're like,
It's hard to find someone who's open and in a good time zone.
Yes. Pretty
And
much.
schedule it with them, and they'd be a good guest and all that.
Mm-hmm. Like if we had a voice changing software, then maybe, but we don't have. But most of our other topics aren't as controversial as Mersuits. But if a Mersuiter wants to come on and talk to us, we're 100% open with them having a whole episode all to themselves.
Yes, we would love that.
Yes, we would adore that. So if anybody wants to be a guest on our show, feel free to send us a message, be it on our FA page, on YouTube, on the Facebook page, even send us an email. All links are in the description. Like, we are very willing to accept your opinions on all the topics that we have to talk about because we only know so much.
Mm-hmm. And we can only get so much.
Yes.
Like, for example, we can only, well, like you said, we can only make assumptions on, like, when we talk about, well, perhaps the interest is within this or within that. That's making assumptions. We're not 100% sure on that. Unless we've maybe heard it from somebody.
Yeah.
And then it's allegedly.
Yes. Yeah, but the thing is, we don't have any information because there's no information on any of the pages that are talking about living machines as to why they are possibly as popular or or why people like them so enough to dedicate pages to them. They don't say anything.
Yes.
So if anybody knows the reasons why or has their own reasons why, feel free to let us know because we would like to know. We want to have this conversation with you. We want
Post
this
them in the
information.
comments.
Yes,
Post
post it
your
in the
thoughts
comments.
in the comments.
Let us know what you think about
Yes,
living
we already
plants.
know that no one commented on the last video. I mean, what's up, guys? Where are you? Where you at?
Well, they had nothing to say about Mercy. So since Ankaru has to go, we're going to say our goodbyes for the day.
We're gonna sign off from our trash
Yes.
cans.
We're going to sign up for our trash cans, and remember, anything you do, make sure you do it with consent and and not in public unless that's
Oh,
also with consent.
shouldn't we decide our next episode?
Oh yeah. We'll decide later, and I'll throw in a voice thing later. But because Ankaru Kaleb has to go, so we're just gonna leave it here. We'll decide what our next episode is gonna be, and
So
that
in the meantime,
yeah, that information is going to be in the description as well. So everything that all links to all the things that we talked about is going to be in the description. So that's, you just gotta look there. So thank you
so in the
all for
meantime,
listening, and
stay sexy,
yes,
butts.
stay sexy, because without your sexiness we have no show.
Yes.
So thank you all, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And the outro plays. Doo-goo-doo-goo-doo-goo.